Simon?
I don't know. What didn't he mean, Dad?
He didn't mean to leave my tools outside again.
Oh, well, if I didn't mean it, that's all right.
You can stay right here.
Dad, that place is so full of junk that if you put anything in there, you'll never be able to find them again.
I don't care, Simon. I mean, look at the rust on this blade. I've got a good mind to...
Oh,
Bet.
Oh, he didn't mean it. He didn't mean
Oh,
it.
don't you start.
Don't worry, Nudge. We'll go together.
Oh, it's tempting. Two bird brains with the one stone.
Come on, Dad, give me the axe.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to hurt anyone.
Oh, sure.
What do you mean?
That's just what my father used to say.
Oh, I didn't know your father was a crazed axe murderer, Betty.
Well, he was.
What?
Yeah, don't worry about anything. I'm not going to hurt anyone. That's what he said just before he chopped their heads off.
Chop their heads off who?
Imelda and Consuela?
You mean he killed them?
Yeah, and then he made us eat them.
That's cannibalism.
No, it's not. It's Christmas dinner. Consuela and Imelda were chickens, weren't they, Betty?
Actually, they were ducks.
Oh, just like you two.
What do you mean?
Quackers. No.
What?
Have to wait till next week.
What are you talking about?
Washing day was yesterday. No late entries will be accepted. Judge's decision is final. No correspondence will be entered into.
Dad, it's not washing. It's the new business Tiff and I have started.
What, folding parachutes?
No, hand-printed Zodiac T-shirts. We're selling them for $25 each.
Oh, do you think people will buy them?
Well, of course they will. Xena Cosmosis said so.
Who?
Xena Cosmosis. She's the woman who does the stars on the TV in the morning.
Oh, not that woman that wears hubcaps for earrings and talks like a duck. Well, she does.
Good morning, Gemini. Tomorrow you will wake up as a head sultana in the bowl of muesli on the third moon of Jupiter.
She happens to be very good. She said that this week would be a good time to start a profitable new venture.
You won't catch me dead wearing one.
Oh, well, you don't want this one then.
What?
Well, it's the first one we made. I thought you might like it as a present.
Oh, dear.
No, that's okay. I'll just give it to Tiff's dad.
No, it's okay. I'll have it. Thanks. Hey, I'll be the only father on the block with his own Sagittarius T-shirt. That says Aquarius.
No, we haven't finished the full range yet.
Well, I'll take it anyway. Don't know what to say.
How about, sure, Deb, I'd love to lend you $50.
$50?
Call in advance on my allowance. I really need the money to buy the materials for the printing.
Deborah.
Oh, please, Dad.
Look, I have...
Oh, come on, Daddy, darling, please.
Oh, stop it.
What?
You're going all Debbie Gooey eyes on me. I hate it when you do that.
Oh, come on, Daddy, darling, please.
Oh, all right. All I want to know is how come my free $25 T-shirt's now going to cost me $50?
Dad, it's not going to cost you anything.
What do you mean?
Well, you've got a free T-shirt, so that's $25, right? Now, if you'd bought it, it would have cost you another $25, so that's $50 you've saved already. Now, if you just lend me $50, then you're still $25 ahead because of the T-shirt. So when I pay you back the $50, then you would have made $75. So if you just lend me another $25, then that means that'll take the $75 back down to $50, which is what you're lending me to start with, see? So we'll be even.
You know, there's only one thing I hate more than your Debbie Gooey eyes.
What's that?
Your Debbie Gooey maths.
Oh, what's all that stuff?
My Saturday special. My weekly delivery of junk mail.
Junk mail? Great, let me have a look.
Back. These things can be very dangerous in your hands.
Why?
Because they're full of words like sale, discount, bargain. Back.
Wow, look at that. I want one.
Deborah, what could you possibly do with a 50-kilo bag of chook poo?
Oh, it said price slashed.
Yes, well, I suppose you could fill your shoes with it. I reckon this stuff will make anything grow.
What are you looking for anyway, Dad?
Something that's been missing from my life.
They don't advertise women in hardware brochures.
I'm looking for a shed, a good old-fashioned garden shed. Oh, what? I wouldn't pay $300 for that.
Oh, yeah, it is a bit small, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's the same size as a thermos flask in the next picture.
I know what I'll do. I'll ring Laszlo.
Oh, Laszlo, the mad Hungarian builder.
Yeah, he can give me a quote to build one.
Oh, Dad, do you think that's such a good idea? I mean, you know what he's like. He gets a bit carried away sometimes.
Oh, he does not.
Oh, come on. What about the garage you built for the Johnsons?
What about it?
Well, it's the only one on the block with its own balcony and bell tower.
Well, Deb, the guy's a craftsman. Okay, so he's a little bit eccentric, but I can handle him.
Okay.
And anyway, I really need that shed.
Yeah, it would be handy. Tiff and I could silk screen our T-shirts in there.
Oh, no, you won't.
Dad, we're starting to get a lot of orders.
I don't care. It's my shed, and a man's shed is his castle.
Well, Dad, when you ring Laszlo, don't say that you want a castle.
Why not?
He'll probably build a moat around it.
Oh, great! Shopping! Hey, what's this?
Jenny, don't grab. We're working out biorhythms.
Oh, we write them on the toilet walls at school.
What?
Biro rhymes, you know, with my biro. Things like Andrea Bird has a face like a...
Biorhythms, Jenny. They tell you all about the functions of the human body.
So do biro rhymes.
Look, this is how it works. If you put in your birth date and today's date, then you'll know if you're going to have a good day or a bad day.
So it's like Miss Brady.
Who's Miss Brady?
She's our maths teacher. If you have her, you know you're going to have a bad day.
Well, this is a bit more scientific, Jen.
Hey, what are these?
Oh, they're tarot cards. They're for predicting the future.
Great.
And a book on astrology and my very own horoscope.
Wow, where did you get that?
Oh, from Jeanette. She did it all on a new computer.
I didn't know she was into astrology.
Well, she's not. It's just a program a friend gave her. And see, this is what you do. Right, if you put in the time and date of your birth, it'll give you a full astrological reading.
Oh, wow. Do you think she'd do one for me? One that says Miss Brady's going to get the flu and not be able to give us our maths test?
I'm afraid you're going to have to think of something else, Jen.
Well, can I borrow your knitting needles then?
Yeah, sure. Why, you're going to bribe her with a present?
No, something much more to the point than that. I'm going to stick them in school teacher Barbie.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks anyway. Bye.
So, what did Laszlo the builder say?
I'm not really sure.
Why not?
Most of it was in Hungarian.
So, is he going to build the shed?
No way! He wanted to charge me $1,500.
Gee, that does seem like a lot of money.
Not for what he had in mind.
What was that?
The Taj Mahal.
Oh, well, that'd be out of the question, wouldn't it?
It certainly would.
Because you'd have nowhere to keep your elephants.
What?
And besides, they'd wreck the garden.
Betty.
But they would. Mrs. O'Rourke back in Walgett had her garden trampled.
Mrs. O'Rourke had elephants,
Did she?
didn't she?
What?
Have elephants.
No, she had a dairy.
She had elephants in a dairy.
Well, I never knew that. No wonder her milk tasted funny.
Betty, what on earth are you talking about?
And all this time, I thought it was cows that were trampling the garden.
Betty!
It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, you live in a town for years and you never know that someone's keeping elephants in their dairy.
Why not? You keep bats in your belfry. Betty, I was trying to tell you about the shed Laszlo wants to build.
Were you?
Yes, and all I want is a simple garden shed, but Laszlo won't build it unless it's got a domed roof and columns all around. He wants to make me a reception area with a fountain.
Oh, it sounds lovely.
It sounds expensive, and I don't want expensive. I want a simple garden shed where I can keep my tools.
Well, why don't you build it yourself?
What?
Oh, you're an architect after all. You could do it easily.
So I could.
And I could help you.
Oh, no,
Because
Betty.
my Uncle Barry had the biggest shed building business in Walgett. And I know all about it.
Really?
Really? Yeah. He used to do everything by hand. He'd lay the cement and put up the frames, and he even made his own corrugated iron.
Corrugated iron, and you can't just make it.
Well, Uncle Barry could. He'd get a flat sheet of iron, and then he'd pay Fat Jocelyn $5 an hour to ride up and down it on a tricycle.
Betty.
Except she kept falling off.
What? Falling off the tricycle?
No, off the roof.
Oh, Mr. Kelly.
Nudge, for goodness sake, will you change that knock-knock doorbell?
What to?
Preferably something just like you.
What do you mean?
A simple ding-a-ling. Could somebody give me a hand here? What do you mean? Shh, 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 shh.
Yeah, keep it down, Dad. We're watching a tape of xenocosmosis. Oh, look, it's Aquarius. That's me. Quick, turn it up.
Aquarius, a good day for travel or attending to home duties. Indulge yourself in moderation. A profitable period for new ventures and the consolidation of existing projects, but beware, the tall, dark figure who will attempt to take charge of your destiny.
Tall, dark figure. Wonder who that could be.
Me, now.
Swim amongst
Get back to work.
Wow, it came true.
Jenny, haven't you got a maths test tomorrow?
But Dad...
Go.
Dad, you have to make so much noise. I'm trying to take notes here.
Notes? Notes of what?
Recorded star signs. I'm checking everyone's predictions.
What? Not the ones that you ring up on the phone.
They're only phone calls, Dad.
They're not only phone calls. They charge for them by the minute.
Are they?
Yes. How long have you been on the phone?
Oh, only about an hour.
This is going to cost me a fortune.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Good? Sending me bankrupt is good.
No, I mean about your stars.
My stars?
They said you were going to run into some money problems. Jenny! What are you doing with my tarot cards? Nothing. How many times have I told you not to play with my things? They're not toys.
I'm sorry.
Besides, it's dangerous to mess around with things you don't understand.
Go on, Deb, tell my fortune.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, please. Answer this week's lotto numbers.
Jenny, fortune telling does not tell you how to win a fortune.
I bet it doesn't work at all.
Oh, it does so. Tarot cards are very powerful. They've been around for centuries.
Oh, please, Deb, tell my fortune.
Okay, look. Deal 5 cards. Now, when you've done that, turn one over and tell me what it is. Right, what is it?
Death.
Oh, well, maybe that's not such a good card to start with. Jen, pick another one.
I don't want to play this game anymore, Debbie.
No, hang on, Jen. They don't always mean what they say. This means change.
Oh, hi there. Oh, Mr. Kelly, we've got the new doorbell.
Oh, I can't wait. What is it, nudge? Animal, vegetable or mineral?
No, it's just what you wanted. Go ahead, Simon, give it a go.
Ready? You rang.
Wonderful, nudge. It's just...
Oh, Simon, do it again. Okay.
You ring that thing again, I'll wring your neck.
But I thought you liked it.
I do, but I don't need the hunch brain of Notre Dame to go with it.
So, how are your plans going for the shed, Dad?
Oh, good. Come and have a look. See, I've got the basic shed part here, and I thought, well, why not enclose it with a screened veranda, right? And then we can join it to the garage with this passageway through here, right? With a little bit of extra support here. We can use the whole structure to support a second-story extension off the back of the house and still have room for a sun deck. What do you think?
I think it's a lot of trouble to go to just to stop yaks from getting rusty.
It's terrific, Dad, but, don't you think it's a bit much?
What do you mean?
Well, you just started out with a simple shed, and now you've redesigned the whole house.
But, Simon, look at the possibilities.
Dad, look at the cost. Can you afford all of this?
Well, no. Oh, look, Simon, I can't help it. I'm an architect. I've been trained to design big things. When it comes to something small like a garden shed, I get architect's block.
Well, maybe you should eat more fibre.
Don't worry, Dad. We'll take care of it.
What do you mean?
Well, we'll follow the basic shed part of the plans. It's just 4 walls and a roof. We can do it in an afternoon. Right, Nudge?
Right, don't worry, Mr. Kelly. Any idiot could build this.
Certainly in the right hands.
Hello? Hello? It's me, Betty. You know, Betty Wilson from Walgett. You remember Milk and 2 Sugars? Do you read me over?
Betty.
Oh, my contact. Do you have a message for me over?
Yes. Get back to work or I'll sharpen my pencil in your ear.
Betty, what are you doing?
Oh, no, Simon, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't what?
Don't ask her.
Why not?
Well, because she'll tell you you'll be here for the rest of the afternoon. But it won't make any sense. And you'll wonder why you asked in the first place, but it won't matter because you won't understand a word she says. And then you'll go to your grave hating yourself for opening your big fat mouth when you should have just shut up.
Why are you talking into the coffee mug, Betty?
Well,
Oh, God, here we go.
Well, I'm trying something that Madame Raylene taught me.
Oh, who's she?
Oh, she had a fortune-telling stall at the annual Walgett Watertower Fishing Gymkhana and Thong Clapping Festival. And she was really good. Just by looking at tea leaves, she could predict the winner of the sheep crutching competition 5 years running. And she taught me how to do it.
What, crutch sheep?
No, read tea leaves.
Ha! Gotcha.
What?
We don't have any leaf tea.
I know that. That's why I'm reading this.
Reading what?
A tea bag.
I knew it. She jiggled when she should have dangled.
Betty, you can't read tea bags.
I can.
Well, what does it say?
Let me see. Oh, yes, it's getting clearer now. I can see it says snot pill.
Pardon?
It says snot pill.
Betty, there is no such word as snot pill. Snot pill is not part of the English language.
It is if you look at it in the right way.
And what way is that?
Backwards.
All right, what is snot pill backwards?
Lipton's.
Jenny, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Why aren't you at school?
Oh, it's too sick to go, see?
Well, why didn't you say something? Come on, young lady, it's off to the doctor.
But I can't go to see the doctor. I'm too sick to see the doctor. Please, Dad, don't make me go.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
But if I leave the house, I'll die.
You won't die.
But I got the death carrot.
What death carrot?
The one in Debbie's carrot card.
Tarot cards. Oh, I knew something like this would happen. Look, Jenny, those cards are not meant to be taken literally.
But what about xenocosmosis?
What about it?
Well, on TV this morning, she said I should avoid any testing situations. So she must have known too.
Known what?
About my maths test this afternoon.
You've missed your maths test?
No, I knew it. You're going to kill me, aren't you?
No, but your sister might not be so lucky. Deborah, I'd like to have a word with you.
Oh, well, can you make it quick, Dad? I've got to get over to Jeanette's.
What are you doing over there?
Oh, I'm using a computer to do personalised horoscopes. We're selling them for $15 each. Not bad, eh?
Look, Deb, we've got a problem.
Oh, what is it?
Jenny, you've upset her with all this astrology and tarot card nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
It is when it frightens a little girl so much she's afraid to leave the house.
Oh, I didn't mean to upset her.
Look, Deb, even though you believe in this sort of thing, you should only use it as a guide. You shouldn't let it rule your life.
Yeah, I know that.
But Jenny doesn't. I mean, look what she's doing. She's changing her behaviour to try and make your predictions come true.
What do you mean?
She didn't go to school today.
And missed a maths test.
Exactly. All because the card said something awful would happen if she went.
Oh, I'd never thought of it like that before.
So, what do you think of the cards now?
Well, knowing Jenny's maths, I'd say they're probably right.
Dad, guess what? I got 17.5 out of 20 for my maths test.
Good for you, Jenny. I knew you could do it.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it'd be.
Yeah, well, just as well I rang Miss Brady at school and told her you were sick yesterday.
Yeah, she said you were so convincing she nearly believed you.
Oh, hi, Jen. How's your test?
Great, I came top of the normals.
The normals?
Yeah, well, the only people who beat me were Andrew Bird and Kathy Pratt, and they don't count as human beings.
Why not?
Well, because they always come first and they always sit together and everybody hates them. So, I came top of the normals.
See, your stars were right again.
Oh, what stars were they?
Oh, the ones I got from Jeanette.
Yeah, they said I'd succeed in everything I did.
Yeah, see, Dad, you shouldn't be such a doubter.
Well, on the contrary, I'm now a firm believer.
Oh, when did you change your mind?
Oh, last night, just before I rang Jeanette and asked her to print out a couple of customised star charts for you two.
What do you mean?
The predictions of that marvellous middle-class mystique, Madame Martin, the Starchitect. Yes, they were both fakes. One for Jenny that said that you would do very well at school, and one for you that read, let me see, a recent business venture may find itself in financial trouble. You are strongly advised to seek an alternative enterprise. Well?
I just sold my half of the business to Tiff.
Oh, my goodness. Chalk up another one for Madame Martin.
I don't get it.
Oh, Dad, how could you? I mean, I worked really hard to get that business going.
That's right, and it wasn't the stars that made it a success, it was your hard work.
Why did you make me sell it?
I didn't make you sell it. You sold it. Not because you wanted to, not because you needed to, but because some piece of paper, which anyone could have written, told you to. Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
No, I suppose not.
It does to me.
In fact, the only horoscope, real horoscope that Jeanette printed up was mine. It said that I would have a highly productive and successful day during which my influence would help solve the family crisis.
Dad?
Ah, it's the happy shed builders.
Dad, we have a little problem with the shed.
Ah, don't worry, Simon. It's my day for solving problems. What is it?
The door.
The door? What about it?
Well, there isn't one.
What?
But we didn't notice until we put the walls and the roof up.
Well, what idiot would leave out the door?
Oh, they were your plans, Mr. Kelly.
Shut up, Nudge. Just get a pair of tin snips and cut a door.
No, Mr. Kelly, they're in the toolbox.
Nudge, a toolbox is just for storing tools. You can take them out if you want to.
Not if they're in the shed.
We left them in there when we riveted the last wall in place.
Well, Madam Martin, looks like your star's goofed too. How is your influence going to solve this little family crisis?
Easy. With something far more awesome than a pair of tin snips.
What's that?
Peanut butter.
Huh?
Simon, smear this over one wall and stand back.
Why?
Nudge is going to eat his way in.
Is a Gary Riley production for the Australian Television Network.